Thanks for jumping on the broad. Let me flip the camera here. It's probably going to be pretty hard to see me. Here I am in the kitchen. Hey Kelsey, hey Joy. So today I'm doing a really quick scope about how to cut and prep butternut squash, since there's lots of squashes out right now and we are having our parents over for dinner, so I'm just going to make this as a little side. And I'll also show you some homemade, what did I make? Some homemade like breadsticks that I made to dip in because we're having some chili tonight, which is a really great recipe as well. So hello everybody for jumping on. Thank you. You guys are really small, so I can't see too far. Nice sweatshirt. Yep, I'm repping faster. Sorry I look like this. I just got done finishing my workout, so I'm trying to get everything prepared before everybody comes over. You're new. Thank you for joining. You can type in your name so I can say hi. Thanks everybody. So let's learn how to make the butternut squash. So I actually started, because this is kind of an old butternut squash, so I wanted to make sure that it was actually going to work. This is the easiest way that I find to make butternut squash. There's lots of ways to do this. Hello Gabriel, thank you for joining. Hi Ciara, thank you for asking for this Periscope, because I think this is a great one. So here was my butternut squash. As you can see, I chopped off the top and the bottom. And for a butternut squash, I'm not sure what that means. If you guys can help me block people that shouldn't be here, that would be great. You just click on them and click block, because obviously I'm going to be using both hands to work with the butternut squash. Okay, so there's two different ways that you can do this. Basically, you can see here in the butternut squash, there's like a part that kind of goes in, and that's the way that I like to do this. So I'm going to cut it right at that part where it starts to get a little bit thin. Okay, so again, it kind of looks like this. So I have two different parts. That really just makes it easier to peel. So I just use a vegetable peeler, and sometimes depending how new the squash is, it can be easy or hard, and you just use the vegetable peeler. That knife scares you. Well, I'm not really sure. You need a pretty big knife in order to do this. So you go through, and we're just going to peel it off. So this one here, you can see I kind of started it. It's better if you can get the big shaved parts on the butternut squash, if you can. If it's a little hard to peel, which sometimes it is, you can take your bigger knife and we can just go along the sides. You're obviously going to take off a little bit more than probably you would if you had your vegetable peeler, but I find that it makes it a lot easier. What are we making? We're making some butternut squash. How about you guys comment, what do you like to season your butternut squash with? Because I need some new ideas. What's your favorite vegetable peeler? You know what, honestly, I don't even know which one I have. I think it's probably from Pampered Chef, because I have some friends. Butter, perfect, because that's what I have here. I have Tin Star Foods ghee, if anybody has ever heard of that. I'll probably use a little bit of that. Anybody else have some other things they like to flavor with? Ghee, salt and pepper. You guys are all like me. I usually just do the salt and pepper as well. Butternut squash soup, that sounds really good too. Okay, so I have this one completely peeled and done, so I'm going to go ahead and just prep the rest of this half. So what I do is I just kind of, again, go through the center and make just big coins, red pepper flakes, and Cajun seasoning. Oh my gosh, that sounds delicious. Since my mom's coming, she can't really have anything spicy. Pampered Chef peeler. Yeah, Pampered Chef seems, all their stuff that I have really liked. So I'm just making these big coins. Can you guys see these? You guys are awesome. Thank you for helping me out since it's so hard to see. I should have probably used my iPad for this one. Okay, so again, I'm going to set out my coins, and then I just go ahead and dice them like you would get at the store if you buy the big dice ones. So here they are, just diced up. So many hearts. Yes, I love the hearts. It's awesome. Cooking with Kate, that should be, clearly you can see I'm not getting any Food Network appearances anytime soon. I can't do two things at once. So I'm just dicing these up. I'm going to take a second here and pause. I make this look so easy. Well, I don't know about that. It's my max 30 workout I just did. Apparently my muscles are ready to go. So I'm just chopping up here. And it does help if you have a better knife. So I did actually just sharpen my knife right before this. So that is a good point. All right, so I got these. Just throwing them in a big bowl. Okay, so the other side, the bottom part of mine never cuts that good. It could be your knife, Ciara. It could be how fresh the squash is. Are you a vegetarian? Oh, no, I'm not a vegetarian. So tonight we're having some beef chili. Sorry, I should come down. Hi, guys. Okay, so I'm going to show you this bottom half now. Yeah, you need a good knife. So I'm taking the big knife again. I'm just cutting down the center. This side's a little easier to cut because if you can see here, we have the seeds. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to, and I'll try to get just another mixing bowl here, is I'm going to scrape out the seeds just using a spoon. So how many of you have made spaghetti squash before? I see lots of hearts. Thank you for the hearts. So if you made spaghetti squash, then you probably have tried to peel out. So I think that was my husband and my dog coming home. Yeah, love the spaghetti squash. Yes, Murph always has to make an appearance. He somehow finds his way. So I'm just scraping them out of the bottom. And it's just on both sides, so you just want to get all those seeds out. Thank you, everybody, for jumping on. I'm glad that this is helpful for so many people. I do know that there's lots of butternut squash in our stores up here in PA. I'm having that for dinner with Grandma's sauce. What, spaghetti squash tonight? I really wanted mine, too. I just bought a big one today. All right. So you can do the same thing with this side. I probably should have peeled it before I cut it. I wasn't paying attention. So I'm just going to go ahead again and take these off. All right, so I think tonight then I'm just going to stick with the simple, some ghee and some salt and pepper, since that seems to be what everybody on here likes as well. Yes, Murph is here. What are you guys having for dinner? Anybody having something really good? So Ciara's having the grandma's sauce, which I'm always jealous. Those are always delicious. Am I the only one like concerned? Curry powder. Oh, that would be good. And so I kind of, you can see here, I kind of missed a big chunk. I just kind of hashed it off. We are having butternut squash soup tonight. Lots of garlic and ginger. Oh, that sounds so good. Oh, mustard glazed chicken thighs. That's pretty much my favorite. Carrots. No sugar. Awesome. Zucchini boats. Oh my gosh, that's such a good one. I really should make a scope about that. Acorn squash with ghee and honey. That sounds delicious. My friend just messaged me the other day for an acorn squash recipe. What little cinnamon there with, you know what? I can't see the name. Sorry, it disappeared before I got to see the name. I was thinking about the cinnamon as well because I've been using the Primal Palette cinnamon, and I think it's called cinnamon cookie or cinnamon something, and it's really, really good. All right, you guys are all saying cinnamon. You think I should put some cinnamon on here then? I'll take your advice. I'm going to dice up this last one here, and then I'm going to show you what they look like. And again, you can make these as big or as small as you want. Pampered Chef's Cinnamon Plus. Oh, I didn't know that they made spices. Can't go wrong. All right, maybe I should do something sweet because our chili's going to be pretty savory. I think I'm still going to go with butter, though. I have to be honest. I can't get away from butter. So here we go. All right, let me just make sure this doesn't... I don't know. This has some maple sugar in it, which actually when I looked at recipes, it did say to have, some people are saying to add honey and maple syrup. So let's try it out. So I'm going to add some of this cinnamon. I'll show you guys what it is as well. It's cinnamon sugar cookie from Caramel Palette. Coconut butter and cinnamon. That sounds really good. I don't have coconut butter right now because I ordered it, but I couldn't find it at the store. And then the other, I'm going to use Tin Star Foods ghee. This is my favorite ghee. It's so yummy. You can see here I'm almost done with this one, but don't worry, I have a backup already in the pantry. So I'm just going to use this spoon here. And ghee actually is almost pretty much like a liquid at room temperature. I keep mine in the refrigerator sometimes because it still just kind of freaks me out to keep it out of the refrigerator. Just ordered the ghee today. You won't be disappointed, I assure you. I was going to get the brown butter, so if anybody's tried the brown butter, let me know. Are you going to do anything with the seeds? Honestly, it's such a little bit of seeds. I probably could just save them, rinse them off, and maybe roast those and see if they taste good for a snack. That's a good point. Because most of the time I do that if I make some type of other squash. So I like that idea. All right, so I got that seasoned up. What's in ghee? So ghee is pretty much just called, it's just clarified butter. So it's basically butter, but you boil out all of the dairy liquids. Sorry, I'm like trying to hold this. It's all over the place. So if you're sensitive to lactose or if you're sensitive to any dairy products, most of the time people are able to handle ghee as long as it is completely lactose free. The Tin Star Foods ghee I really like because they test it and it's lactose free. So I feel pretty comfortable using that. Is it expensive? I'm trying to remember how much it was for that. Does anybody on here know? I want to say maybe it was like $30 for that. Oh my goodness. I don't know actually. I could always look that up and let you know. But if somebody on here knows, that would be fabulous. I'm counting on Joy because I feel like Joy always knows my questions. I don't. Yeah, I don't believe it was too bad. But it does go a long way. I use it for eggs. I use it for pretty much all my different recipes. Anytime there's butter. Yeah, I wanted to say it was like 30-ish. So here, I just have them parchment paper down on there just so they don't stick. And I'm going to just put those in the oven because everybody is coming at 6 o'clock. And, okay. And then I want to show you guys Thrive Market. Love it. That's where I just ordered a bunch of stuff today as well. If you guys haven't tried thrivemarket.com, that's pretty cool. So here are the, I just kind of threw these together this morning to kind of have in the chili. So these are like little breadsticks that I kind of make homemade. And these are like little croutons if people want to throw those in. And then I also just have like the regular French bread. So this is just made from sourdough bread I get at the bakery part. If people are going to eat bread or if I'm going to feed them bread, I try to get bread that's as fresh as possible. So I always go to just the bakery part of the grocery store. And what I did here is I used extra virgin olive oil and I used some salt and pepper and some Parmesan cheese. So you can see on there some cheese. That's going to taste really, really yummy with the chili. And I'm going to show you the olive oil that I used was just Casandrino's olive oil. I know that Casandrino's does a lot of Periscopes. So if you guys are into health scopes and cooking and all those kind of things, I know that he is on Periscope and he shows a lot of different stuff. So one last thing I'll show you is the chili that we have, kind of, since I have to stir it anyway. Am I pregnant? No, that's not very nice, especially after I got done just working out. I won't take offense to it, but I use olive oil and olive oil. It's so good. So here's the chili. I pretty much just had it in the crock pot all day. It was the easiest thing in the world to make. Garlic, onion, 2 pounds of ground beef, tomatoes, green pepper, red pepper, what else did I throw there? Some celery, and yes, I'm really excited to try it. I got some diced tomatoes, everything was, I think it was pretty much organic. Yeah, I can eat all of that right now. Me too, Kels. It's my winter go-to as well. I wanted to show you guys